Well, good morning.
Good morning.
As you saw, we had a little bit of a rainstorm kind of come through. It was a beautiful sunrise, and then the rain came in, and it literally rained on half of the property.
I know, like the greenhouse didn't get any rain, but the house got rain.
Yeah.
So bizarre.
It was like a wall that just blocked one side of the property from the other. But today we're gonna start working on getting our soffit up.
Yeah, we got the scaffolding right here, so we might as well start right here.
Yeah. All right, so we have our first piece of soffit here. We're gonna cut it exactly in half. Both sides of the dog trot are 8 feet, so that works out great. And it's too wide for the chop saw, so we're gonna have to use the skill saw to cut this, but Levi's a finished carpenter, so I'm sure it'll look great.
Okay, so we want to cut this sheet exactly in half, and I want to make sure that's really straight. So I'm going to clamp a straight edge on here, and I'm just trying to find the center of the blade. So it looks like it's about 1.5 inches to the teeth that will cut on this side. Those of you who are carpenters will understand that. So we're going to put your 1.5 inches. So here's our screen, and it just comes on a 100-foot roll like this. Pretty cool.
Nice.
And we're just going to take a staple gun.
And we did make sure that our staples were not going to go through to the other side. Very important. Yeah, this is much easier than window screen would have been.
Oh man. Yeah, we were going to buy just window screen and I was going to just take the chop saw and cut it into sections, but they had this right in stock, so this is what it's for.
It is quite a bit more expensive, but honestly, for the time that it's going to save us, totally worth it.
All right, screen's on there. Let me go grab the board. Didn't shoot a nail?
There's no nail.
Oh, look at that.
Oh,
Well,
that explains it. All right, so the first soffit is up, and I think it looks amazing. I am gonna get a small paintbrush, and I'm gonna go and paint the black inside the little vents. We probably should have done that beforehand, but you kind of don't really notice how how much it stands out until you get it up there. So we will go back and paint that. First, or do you want
First, we're just going to hold it tight.
Okay, so we have the two short sides of the dog trot finished with the soffit. Now we're gonna do the longer middle piece, which is where it starts to get tricky because if you've ever worked with soffit, it's very flimsy. But more importantly, this one has to be cut. And we figured out how to do that without having like a cut in the vent. So I'll have Levi talk to you about that.
Yeah, so we don't know if eventually in one of these spots we're going to have to cut through the vent, but we're really trying not to. And so the way that we measured it, and the reason why we're not going to 45 this angle when the dog trot and the garage and house roofs come, or soffits come together, is because we figured if we cut it right here, see here, this is the back of the soffit, and if the face of the soffit, here's where the vent starts. So by cutting it back here, we're able to have a solid piece on the face side that you're gonna see, and we're able to center that cut so that we have the same amount on both sides. So I think it's gonna work really well. So let me cut it. We're gonna throw the straight edge on there and make sure it's really nice and straight, and leave ourselves about 1/8 of an inch gap to caulk on either side. This stuff, you have to leave a gap. You can't make it tight. You have to have caulk in there for expansion. So we're gonna go ahead and do that and put it up.
All right, guys, so we finished the front of the dog trot with the soffit. I love it. I think it looks great, and we're excited to just continue on. We're gonna move to this gable side of the house now, which is gonna be a little bit trickier. So we'll have to obviously set up some scaffolding over here, and then we are going to build ourselves a new Fred. Fred is just what we name anything that we build or use that helps us do what we need to do. It's just Levi and I doing all of this stuff, so we need any assistance that we can have. So we are going to build a new Fred, and this one was the one that we used to help when Levi was building the ridge beam for the dog trot.
Yeah, so basically we're just going to build a triangle shape where one of the boards, which this is about 16 inches long, which is the same width as the soffit. So we're going to have this be in the middle, and then we just have to have a way to fasten it and hold it up there. So what we're going to do is just have Fred do the heavy lifting, and we'll basically just build like just something like this. And then we can just throw a couple screws in there. I hate to put holes through the zip, but like Tanya said, it's just us two, and this stuff is not super stout. So it's like a flimsy, you know, piece of wood. It's so long that we're afraid it's gonna break. So we're gonna go ahead and just put this together real quick. Just a couple screws in the house. We'll have to come back and put some caulk in there when we go to do all the nail holes anyway. All right, we got our next piece up. This is a solid piece, so no vents in it at all. And we jumped up there and took a measurement to the angle piece at the bottom. So because we have a flat soffit and we're carrying this soffit down on the 612 pitch angle, we're gonna have to do like a miter at the bottom, which I think is gonna look really cool. 179 1/4 is the length that we need. And that's gonna be the short point of a 13 1/4 degree. So that's basically a 612 is 26 1/2, and I'm basically dissecting that to make it half of that. So it's 13 degrees. I'll set my saw on that, put a straight edge on here, clamp it, and we'll rip that down. Basically just here's this subfascia board that's flat. And so if we were just to continue this soffit straight down, you see what it would create. You know, that would look terrible. And so what we're gonna do to solve that is we're just gonna rip this piece here, and then when our other board comes down, our other soffit's gonna come down and it'll just be mitered right here, and then we'll just take off from there. So it'll look really clean. I think it's gonna look really nice. So we'll throw this up, and then we'll grab that big long one and hands it up to Fred. The miter's off just a little bit. We're gonna have to cut that.
I know. Everything's gonna have to be touched up.
Fred. Got it?
Yep.
All right, that miter that we made is a little bit open on the front here. So I'm gonna go ahead and trim like 1/8 of an inch off of the back side, and then we'll try it again. All right, we got the first one up there, but we noticed that Fred kind of scratched the face of that soffit up a little bit, so we're going to put some gloves on him. That way he doesn't scratch up the next piece.
Okay, so we got the gable side of the front of the house done, and I think it looks amazing. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna head over to the long side of the house and just get all of that soffit put up. It should go super quick, and then we'll probably head in for the night. So Levi, he was nailing with the nail gun, and then part of maybe the copper wire that holds the roll of nails together.
Something hit me hard
In his chin, and I mean, he's got blood dripping down. Oh goodness.
I think it was a nail. I think a nail like went sideways. Something, but that is why you wear safety glasses, because if that would have hit my eye, it would have put my eye out. So
yeah,
this is why it's really important to wear safety glasses when you're shooting a nail gun, especially. So
yeah.
All right, well, we got the first one up. A little tricky to figure out how to get it up on Fred, but once we got it, I think we got it now.
Yeah.
So we gotta put some screen on and grab another one.
All right.
All right, this side's done. I think that's gonna wrap it up for tonight. We'll see you guys in the morning.
Mr. Man, you ready to go inside? Well, hey guys, it's the next morning. Sun has not even come up. We're trying to beat the heat. It's about 5:30 this morning, and we're gonna just get right to it. We're gonna jump to the back of the house now. And first thing we have to do is
tear the scaffolding down and move it over here. So, yeah, we got blocks we got to rip, scaffolding we got to move, just quite a lot of stuff. So let's keep going.
Wipe the sleep from your eyes. Quit dreaming now, the sun is on the rise. And by the end of the day, this dusty room will be 1,000 miles away. Once heard it said in a song, best keep to traveling on. Ride 10 deep into town. Another night of setting up and breaking down. And if we leave here tonight, we'll be halfway to Barstow by daylight. I'll take the wheel if you start to yawn. Just keep to traveling on. Tap my weekend shaking. Restart and rest my mind. Find some comfort in those yellow and white lines. They've been there all along. Keep to traveling on.
All right, this side of the house is all finished. They want you to have a 3/16 to a 1/4 inch or so gap that will fill with caulk, and then we'll do that on all 3 of these little pieces. Once we start doing our siding, we'll caulk everything. So let's head over to the other side.
What you doing? What you doing? Yeah, you just want some hugs. Hmm? just want some hugs. Yeah.
All right, so the remainder of that side, we took a measurement, it's 14'9". So we just kind of want to see where that's going to break on a full piece of the vented soffit here. So we'll go 14'9". Right there. So we do not want to do that. And the way we worked the big long side of the house is we put 4 full pieces of these 16-foot soffits up, and then we ended up with an 8-inch piece. And if you guys remember the whole framing of this house, I was complaining because the house is 64 foot 8 inches, and here it is, 8 inches again is kicking us. And so I think what we're gonna do is just take that 8 inches off of this soffit, which would get us back here to where this soffit's full. And then what we'll do is this 8 inches, we'll put the non-vented soffit up in there like we did on this other side. It looks really good, and that way both sides of the house match. But this 8 inches, I wish I would have caught that from the get-go, because we had to have an extra truss here, we had to have an extra sheet of plywood on the floor. Like, everything is really, that 8 inches is really hurting us. But there's always ways to fix stuff, so we're gonna go ahead and just do that, and we'll just 2-piece it down there. We'll caulk it, you'll never see it.
So because of that 8 inches that is left over, what we're gonna do is we're gonna just throw another, basically some more of that soffit blocking up there, but this one we're gonna turn so it's flat, and then that way we can use it for both pieces of soffit. Little tight in there?
A little bit tight in there.
Just barely.
Yeah.
All right, we're all finished with this side. Looks like we're gonna be one piece of the solid soffit short. So we're gonna go up, run up and grab that, and we'll catch you guys on the next one.